Now that we know what a variable is, we can take a look at operations that we can do with variables. And most of them are pretty straightforward. But I also want you to see how we can write expressions that are called equivalent expressions with variables. So I have this expression again on my screen, d minus 3/4 d. And you might say, well, there's no number that goes with d. How am I supposed to subtract 3/4 from d? Well, that's a good point. But that's why I have this diagram down here. So when we have any variable, there is an invisible 1 in front of it. So whenever you see a variable, whether it's x or y or q or whatever, that means we have one of those variables. Okay, we don't write the number in front of it, but that means that we have one whole of those. And that's what I'm showing you here in this diagram. So we have one d, and this whole green rectangle represents that d, whatever that number is. It could be, again, it could be 1, it could be 25, it could be whatever you want to put in for d, dollars. Okay, and then we want to subtract 3/4 of d. So in order to do that, we need to split d into 4 pieces. That's what fourths means. We're splitting it into 4 pieces. And then we're taking away, and that's what this diagram is showing you, we're taking away 3 of those 4 pieces. And so we're left with 1 of those 4 pieces. So that is 1/4 of d. So d minus 3/4 d is the same as 1/4 d. So these are equivalent expressions. So we could write them and they mean the same thing. D minus 3/4 d is the same as, and we could write equals, that means is the same as, right? 1/4 d. So these two expressions mean the same thing. They are equal or equivalent to each other. And we could prove that by putting a number in for d, right? So let's just pick, I don't know, 20. I'm just going to put 20. So let's make d equal to $20, okay? So if d is $20, then this whole green rectangle is equal to $20. If I split it into 4 pieces, then each of these pieces is worth $5. And I'm going to take away 3/4 of that $20. So 3 of those 4 pieces. So I'm going to take away, so 20 minus, whoops, not equals, Dr. Kelly, minus 3/4 of 20. 3/4 of 20 is the same as saying 3/4 times 20. And so we could simplify this just like we did before in a previous video. But we can also see that because each of these pieces is worth $5, we're taking away $15, and we have $5 left over. So 1/4 d, one of the 4 pieces of d, is equal to $5. So $5 is equal to $5. That's what an equivalent expression says. So hopefully that helped, and I will do some more equivalent expressions in another video.